Good afternoon, and welcome to Bishop's 188th Convocation Ceremony. This is an event to honor the accomplishments of all our graduating students. In just a few moments, our graduates will enter, followed by the academic procession. Professional photographers will take each graduate's photograph as they are receiving their diploma. In order to ensure everyone's safety, we ask that you remain in your seats during the ceremony. Finally, as a mark of respect for our graduates and to enable everyone in the theater to enjoy the ceremony, you are asked to silence your cell phones. Bonjour et bienvenue à la 188e collation des grades de l'Université Bishops. Ceci est un événement pour célébrer les réalisations de tous nos finissants. Dans quelques minutes, nos diplômés vont défiler dans le théâtre, suivis de la procession universitaire. Des photographes professionnels prendront des photos de chaque diplômé recevant leur diplôme. Pour assurer la sécurité de tous, nous vous demandons de rester à votre place pendant la cérémonie. Par courtoisie envers les diplômés et les autres invités, nous vous demandons de fermer tous vos appareils de communication personnelle pendant la cérémonie. Thank you and enjoy the celebration. Merci et bonne célébration.
sit down, and then the chaplain goes and yeah. We can sit. We can sit down.
Graduates, distinguished guests, members of faculty and staff. As we gather on this splendid day, we acknowledge that we come from different places, hold diverse values, and cherish unique beliefs. And yet today, we are united in gratitude. At the start of this convocation, the last time that we will all be together, I invite you to pause for a moment and express thanks for the gift of intellect, the goals you've accomplished, the support of family, friends, and mentors, and a society that encourages the pursuit of knowledge. In a world where many do not have access to higher education, we give thanks for the achievements, degrees, and honors that we celebrate today. Dans un monde dans lequel plusieurs ne détiennent pas de futur, nous sommes reconnaissants pour les rêves, les espoirs et les projets qui ont été présents ici à l'Université B.C.S. Dans un monde dans lequel plusieurs n'ont pas de communauté, nous sommes reconnaissants pour le soutien de nos professeurs et les membres de staff, des membres de notre famille et de nos amis. May we commit then to using this gratitude as inspiration to light the way from here, so that we may imagine the unimaginable, face the unthinkable, and live with integrity and compassion towards others, especially those who suffer. As we go from this momentous day on different paths to different experiences and different destinies, may our gratitude unite us in the desire to use all that we are and all that we have for the common good, so that reasons to be thankful will fill every life. A new journey ahead beckons. We go forward to embrace it. For our years here at Bishops have taught us that it is the journey itself that brings joy. We offer our gratitude in the name of all that is sacred to each of us alone and all that is holy to us together. May this gratitude grow into the freedom to live, work, and serve others all the days of our lives. May it be so.
God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay ocean when the winds of changes shift.
May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stand
Welcome to the 2016 graduating class and their families and friends. I declare this convocation of Bishop's University to be open. It's customary at these events for the Chancellor to say a few words to convey to the graduating students a few thoughts which at least he believes to be wise. But first I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our history. Our beautiful Bishop's campus is located on the traditional territory of the Abenaki First Nation. As we begin this celebration of our graduating students, we, the Bishop's community, honor the Abenaki as the traditional stewards of the land on which we are meeting today. As for words of advice, you're here to graduate and not for the advice, so I'll be brief. Étant donné que c'est votre première expérience d'une collation des grades, vous ne vous rendrez pas compte que je vais me répéter un peu dans mes conseils. Mais je vais effectivement me répéter parce que je vais vous donner le même conseil que je donnais à mes enfants quand ils étaient à la même étape que vous. When you completed high school, the pursuit of further education was probably the default option, and the only choice you had to make was where to do so. For many, if not most of you, you're now at a stage where there is no default option for what to do next, and the range of choices open to you is daunting. You've spent 3 or 4 years, and indeed, in some cases, you've lingered on the Massouepi longer than that, acquiring a liberal education, knowledge of a particular field of study, and being exposed to critical perspectives on your discipline. You've had the good fortune to study on a campus where the world literally meets. Half of Bishop's students are from outside of Quebec, including about 250 international students from more than 40 countries. This experience will have exposed you to a wide range of perspectives, an essential ingredient for success in the 21st century. Your university years will have helped some of you form a clear idea of your life's calling, but I expect most of you don't yet know what it is. I know that I didn't when I was at your stage. While no one can tell you what to do, I can offer some advice about how to think about the question. First, define success. Your bishop's experience will have given you opportunities to reflect on what success might look like. Everyone defines it differently and personally, but here's what's worked for me and for people I know who've been fortunate enough to find satisfaction in their work life. Find something which you feel passionate about, plays to your strengths, and associates you with colleagues and an organization with whom you share common values. It's impossible to know at this stage exactly what field of endeavor will meet your definition of success. But you shouldn't let this uncertainty impede forward progress towards that goal. The thing to do is to make the best guess that you can, choose from amongst the available choices, and go for it. Your youth limits your range of experience. However, that youth is a huge asset because it means that you have lots of time ahead of you to accumulate experience and let it inform your subsequent choices. So use your youth to advantage by trying things, assessing them against your definition of success, which you can expect to evolve. Some of you will be fortunate enough to find the right fit on your first try. But if you don't, try something else and keep on trying until you do. A couple of real-life illustrations of how this can work in practice. A friend of mine, when we were undergraduates, worked at different things after graduating. In her late 20s, she decided that she'd like to be a medical doctor. This meant going back to school, and she fretted that she'd be much older than her classmates and wouldn't start to practice until she was in her mid-30s. She eventually realized that she would reach her mid-30s, no matter what choice she made, and that she'd rather reach that advanced age, able to pursue the career that would give her satisfaction, than not do so because she was getting a late start. And she's had decades of job satisfaction out of that decision. In my own case, I started out studying engineering, but realized late in the degree program that it wasn't for me. I finished the degree and went to work in an unrelated field where I had my first opportunity to see what lawyers do. Based on that exposure, I decided that the practice of law would suit me, and indeed it did. However, in the course of my practice, I became interested in business, and when I got the opportunity to go into business with people I liked and respected, I took it. The point of these stories is that the feelings of uncertainty about your life's work that many of you are experiencing is an age-old condition for which there is no silver bullet, no once-and-for-all solution. You need to pick a point to steer for, be proactive, and be prepared to make mid-course corrections until you find yourself doing something you feel passionate about with people you like and respect. Our hope is that your time at Bishop's has contributed to preparing you for this journey, that your discussions and debates with professors and peers have allowed you to reflect on what is important and where satisfaction may lie for you, that the experience of a liberal education in the classroom, and, as importantly, outside of it, has given you some of the tools you will need to assess your progress toward your goals in life and make adjustments that will inevitably be necessary over the course of a lifetime. Congratulations to all of you and to your families and friends who have supported you, and good luck on the next leg of your journey through life. Thank you. We'll now proceed with the convocation. Emily?
Monsieur le Chancelier, Monsieur le Principal et Vice-Chancelier, les diplômés de la classe 2016, professeurs, familles et amis. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Principal and Vice-Chancellor, graduates of the class of 2016, faculty, families, and friends. J'ai le grand plaisir de vous présenter Madame Sophie Brochu, la première femme qui a l'honneur d'être la présidente et chef de la direction de Gaz Métro. C'est difficile d'énumérer les accomplissements de Madame Brochu parce que ses réalisations et contributions bénévoles pour diverses organisations sont presque infinies. Being an active and passionate leader in the energy industry for almost 30 years, Ms. Brochu has dedicated herself to improving the natural gas sector and promoting a more holistic vision for her company that not only considers the profits and bottom line, but also how it affects policies, families, the environment, and international relations. Having transformed Gas Métro into an industry giant while maintaining a positive philosophy that supports the consumer and greater good, she demonstrates the sort of forward-thinking individuals that Bishop's University aims to foster. Son engagement déterminé pour l'amélioration des communautés est au-delà de sa participation à Gaz Métro. Madame Brochu est passionnément engagée à Force Avenir et la Fondation Lucie et André Chagnon, des organisations qui encouragent l'éducation pour réduire la pauvreté. Madame Brochu a également cofondé la Ruelle de l'Avenir après avoir constaté le besoin de soutenir des étudiants dans les quartiers où Gaz Métro est situé. deux des quartiers les plus pauvres au Canada. Ms. Brochu was recently named one of Canada's most powerful women by the Women's Executive Network and is the quintessential role model for women entering the Quebec business world. Her dedication to empowering women, not only through education, but through mentorship and support, have thrust her into organizations such as Her Street and Le Fait A, grassroots organizations aimed at enabling and inspiring women through entrepreneurship. Without a doubt, if more leaders shared Ms. Brochu's drive, compassion, and outlook, the community and business world in which we operate today would be more progressive and positive. As we enter the workforce and our communities, we must follow in Ms. Brochu's course by adopting sustainable and wholesome methods of doing business, by supporting those in our communities, by promoting the importance of education, by protecting the consumers we serve, and by doing so with devotion and grace. Monsieur le Chancelier, pour sa passion, son engagement, sa philanthropie, et surtout sa vision, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Civil Law, Honoris Causa, a member of the Order of Canada, Madame Sophie Brochu.
Bon, vous allez le mettre en avant. Well, we'll get it better next time.
Domine spectatissime auctoritate mihi commissa, admitto te ad gradum doctoris in juris civili in nostra universitate honoris causa.
OK, I'm coming. J'arrive. C'est gentil. Merci. That's everything.
So you can go and make your welcome.
May I?
Go ahead.
Monsieur le Chancelier, Monsieur le Principal, distingués invités, professeurs, étudiants finissants, familles et amis. Merci. Merci profondément, du plus profond de mon cœur. Je me vois ici et j'ai peine à croire que cela m'arrive. Dans mon esprit, ce sont des sommités qui obtiennent des doctorats honoris causa. Les DHC de Bishop ont ouvert de nouveaux chemins et marqué leur temps. Jean Charest, par exemple, qui a connu une carrière politique exceptionnelle. Alain Lemaire, de la famille pionnière au Québec. Alors, je me sens, comment dire, étrangère parmi tout ce beau monde, mais je suis aussi extrêmement flattée de l'invitation dans la cour des grands. Je suis touchée que l'Université Bishop, reconnue comme une institution d'excellence partout au monde, ait pu voir dans mes gestes une portée particulière pouvant servir d'exemple. Cela dit, je suis bien consciente que je ne suis pas seule à mériter cet honneur. Que ce soit chez Gaz Métro, au sein des autres entreprises et organismes que j'ai la chance de côtoyer, je travaille avec des équipes absolument formidables, chevronnées et dédiées au bien commun. Et je sais bien qu'en soulignant ma contribution, vous souhaitez aussi souligner du coup la leur. My friend, today is an odd reversal of circumstances. I wanted many things of life, and I've been lucky in that regard. That said, I never thought one second that I would be offered such an honor. You see, I never liked school. I never took enough pleasure out of it. And to be honest, I was even more uncertain about attending university. In fact, initially, university was a catastrophe for me. At 20, I was enamored with theater. I wanted to be an actor. And I was lucky enough to be admitted at le Conservatoire d'Art Dramatique de Québec. My dream was to become an actor. And then For various reasons, I had to quit. And until that very day, today, this was the personal decision that was the most difficult for me. Economic courses at Université Laval came next, amidst doubts, and after giving up my dream. I set aside my passion and the conservatory, opting for the more rational choice, university. In those days, I saw myself as having given up something big in me, in my heart. But you know what? I was all wrong. I never gave up my passion, as Monsieur le Chancelier le disait, because passion is, in reality, a way of being, a way of living and giving all that you have to everything that you undertake. In my last semester at university, it was about time, just prior to receiving my bachelor degree, I was given an extraordinary gift. I discovered the magnificent world of energy. And 30 years later, I am still moved by energy, much like I was moved by theater back in my 20s. I guess this is a testimony to how our future successes are often born from the uncertainty and the digressions of our past. Today, my friend, you are receiving a precious diploma from Bishop. Have faith. Have faith in what and where it will lead you. You can achieve great things. Just keep on being passionate. I have no wise words to impart, no lessons to give. I am learning every single day. I like to say I am a work in progress. But there are a few things that I would like to share with you today. Things that I wish I had understood a bit earlier in my life, for it would have made me a better citizen. Things like freedom and democracy. We Canadians are so unbelievably fortunate. In our country, freedom and democracy flow like water in a pure spring. We have come to think of freedom and democracy as fundamental rights. It is so easy to forget that these are privileges. Privileges that generation after generation have fought for. Never take freedom and democracy for granted, as it is then that they will evade us while we sleep. Public policy. Pursue issues you care about. You individually can make a big difference. Your views will not be judged by your seniority, but rather by their quality. Whether you choose to work in the public, private, academic, not-for-profit, volunteer sectors, it is not the important choice. The important choice is to choose to engage, to choose not to stand on the sidelines as critics, but to choose to join with others in common cause to shape public policies that will make our world a better place. And you know what? Not only will it make a better world, it makes for a better life, richer, more purposeful, and more rewarding life. Your generation is representative of a break with many of the burdens of the past. This is a good thing. Young women are asserting themselves, and young men consider this perfectly normal. Gender equality, to you and your peers, is a done deal. And yes, there will still be battles to be made and circumstances where some women are vulnerable or discriminated against. But I have trust. I am confident you will find the solutions because this phenomena will be unacceptable to you. You are the faces of an egalitarian world. You are untroubled. Your generation will let go of the anguish long associated with the world's identity crisis. In your hands, diversity will become an acquired value. You are open and you are confident. You personify success. There is genius inside of you. More and more of you will dare to start your own business. Do not fear. You are ready to move forward. You have been taught well. You are going forth with all these incredible qualities at a time where the world needs solution like it has never that much needed before. We must rethink everything. Our society's entire modus operandi must be rewritten in light of several fundamental changes, beginning with the fight against climate change. Nothing will be as it was. Changes will be seen in every area, in energy, of course, in transportation, tourism, leisure, relation, trade, social organization, everything. There are thousands and thousands of big and small solutions to be found, to be invented, and to be sold. And you will find them, you will invent them, and you will sell them. You will help us all to live better. We decide what awaits us. And what awaits us is you. I say this because I witness this. Gaz Métro is a dynamic company because it is a young company. Every day I work with men and women, many of whom are in their 30s. Their ambition, their innovation, their drive blow me away, and they give me comfort in the future. So today, I accept this honor with a great, great pleasure, but I also take it as a duty to contribute humbly to help pave the way for you, our future.
Très, très beau. Merci, oui. Très motivant. Bravo.
Will the members of the graduating class who are to receive the Bachelor of Arts please stand? Mr. Chancellor and all members of the university, with the unanimous approval of the Convocation, I present to you these men and women in order that they may be granted the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By the power vested in me, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in our university, together with its responsibilities, rights, and privileges.
Kevin Hansen.
Congratulations. Here, look over there. They're going to take a picture.
That's a really good speech of yours.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to do this here.
Great.
Well done.
Valérie David Viello.
Come, we're going to do a picture.
Félicitations. Regarde, elle va prendre une photo.
Great. Well done.
Hannah Watson, the University Prize in Business Administration.
Congratulations. For what? They're going to take a picture. You're very popular. Good luck.
Diploma? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy? Come. We'll just walk over here. Well done.
I now invite the members of the graduating class who are to receive the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration to please stand. Mr. Chancellor and all members of the university, with the unanimous approval of the Convocation, I present to you these women and these men in order that they may be granted the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration.
By the power vested in me, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration in our university, together with its responsibilities, rights, and privileges.
Millie Manek with distinction.
Ah, bravo, bien fait. Good luck.
Ben Pereira.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Abdul Manan Abdul Ali Laali, Ernst & Young second and third year prize in accounting.
Ah, congratulations. Here, take a picture. Thank you. Well done.
Alexia Adona.
Congratulations. Here, no, you're going to take a picture. Good luck.
Jean-Philippe Allen with distinction.
Ah, félicitations. Bien fait. On va prendre une photo.
Ahmed Al-On.
Congratulations. Take a picture. Well done.
James Andrews.
Well done. Take a picture. Good luck.
Way to go. Worked hard.
Pamela Auclair Brillant with distinction.
Don't forget your purse. Félicitations. Voilà.
Janagan Balakrishnan.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Tassia Beauchemin.
Félicitations. Bien fait. Garde la caméra. Voilà. Voilà.
Louis-Émile Baudouin with distinction.
Félicitations. Garde la caméra. On va prendre une photo. Bravo.
Christian Bello.
Bravo. Félicitations. Bonne chance.
Yannick Bérubé.
Félicitations. Bonne chance. Voilà.
Rachel Bersma with distinction, the University
félicitations.
Prize in Business Administration.
Well done. Great.
Cassandra Bordeaux.
Félicitations.
Merci beaucoup.
Voilà.
Jessica Borgel.
Well done. Congratulations.
Maddie Brooks. Julie Busque. Justine Coote. Jennifer Correa. Mercedes Coutu. Curtis Crook. Erin Crowell. Sean Curry. Anthony Davis. Jeffrey Dessel. Faye Deng. Jorge Alfredo de las Rivas. Travis Desjardins. Danae Di Corpo. Mohamed Mukhtar Diallo. Ashley Doherty. Daniel Downey. Pamela Dupuis. Emilia Dussault with distinction. Jawad Ahmad Ehsan. Paul Fairbairn. Simon Ferland. Brianna Flemington. Okay, with distinction, Economics Education Enhancement Prize, the University Prize in Business Administration and Finance. Jason Goodman. Ashley Graham. Samuel Guibault. With distinction. Tristan Hébert. Jacqueline Holm. Yutong Hu. Hori Ingabire. Sophie Jacques with distinction. Stacy Johnston. Étienne Jonca Bouchard. Matthew Jones. Hilary Keats with distinction. Ellen Kerwin. Charles-Olivier Lachance. Robert Lagacé. James Lamar. Bianca Lapensée. Steve Larouche. Chanel Lebreu-Valois. Amélie Lefebvre. Jonathan Lefebvre. Kevin Lemoine. James Leonardo Dessa. Guillaume Levitre. Wai Luo. Emily McGowan. Andrew McNeil. Kalila Mark. Rachel Martin with distinction. Chloe McCartney. Kelly McCluskey. Perry McDermott. Justin McFarlane. Travis Meyer. Jennifer Mitchell Roy with distinction. Justin Mongrain. Garrett Monroe. Keegan Murphy. Isaiah Nzanzimana. Tara O'Brien. Connor O'Keefe with distinction. David Oliveros. Anouk Paradis-Baudouin with distinction, Ernst & Young Prize in Accounting. Gabrielle Patnaud with distinction, the John B. Fellows Memorial Prize in Business Administration and the University Prize in Business Administration and Human Resources. Félix Jérôme Perron with distinction, the Ambassador of Spain Prize in Spanish and the University Prize in Business Administration in International Business. Alex Pitson. Anton Kidenko. Frédéric Poulain. Asane Pouillet. Paweł Puszko. Fardin Kurbanali. Tyler Rabé. Philippe René with distinction. Josiane Rodrigue with distinction and the University Prize in Business Administration in Marketing. Vincent Roy-Croteau. Ian Sheldon. Mark Stanford. Shaima Sultani. Cameron Swinton with distinction. Lauren Telford. William Andrew Tetu. Bradley Toogood, the Hugh R. McGuire Prize in Investments. Cristian Fernando Balbuena Ramirez. Olivia Vanzura. Aiden Vester. Stephanie Vintiner. Ashley Anna Widmond. Anne Wilson with distinction. Bethany Wood. Jay Wu. Ching Ching Xie. Shuinan Xu. Tsing Wan with distinction. Dylan Zane. Carly Zebarth. Evan Zimmerman.
Will the students who are to receive a certificate please stand? Mr. Chancellor and all members of the university, with the unanimous approval of the convocation, I present to you these candidates in order that they may receive their certificate.
By the power vested in me, I award you this certificate, together with its responsibilities, rights, and privileges.
Francine Morin, the Bishop's University Council of Part-Time Students Sesquicentennial Prize Certificate Program. Louise Scott. Will the students who are to receive a certificate, oops. Take two. So now invite the students who are to receive a certificate of completion of a graduate level micro program to please stand. Mr. Chancellor and all members of the university, with the unanimous approval of the convocation, I present to you these candidates in an order that they may receive the certificate of completion of their graduate level micro program.
By the power vested in me, I award you this certificate of completion of your micro program together with its responsibilities, rights, and privileges.
Shannon Jackson. Jennifer Ward.
I now invite the valedictorian, Gabrielle Patnaud, to address the convocation.
A few years ago, after my first year at Bishop's, I went back to Ottawa to work for the summer, and my friends and families and neighbors and everyone kept asking me if I was excited for school to be over. I responded by telling them that, quite frankly, I was just counting down the days till I would be back at Bishop's. I was itching to return to a place where everyone knew my name, where it was normal to be dressed from head to toe in purple tie-dye. And to be honest, I even missed the sound of the passing train shaking my entire house. In one way or another, each and every one of you has contributed to the excitement I felt about coming back to school. We have all demonstrated an undeniable love and pride for Bishop's University. And today, as we leave our home in Lennoxville, Quebec, I am sure that we are ready to tackle any challenge that comes our way. Chancellor Levitt, Principal Goldblum, faculty, family, friends, and most of all, fellow graduates. Contrary to what our school song states, the day has finally come where we must graduate. It is with great honor that I bid farewell to the class of 2016 and look back at all that we have accomplished together during these past few years. Aujourd'hui, c'est avec fierté et honneur que je représente la classe de 2016 et que je vous félicite et je vous souhaite bonne chance avec vos nombreux projets d'avenir. Je crois que tous mes collègues seraient en accord en disant qu'on est tellement chanceux d'avoir décidé d'étudier à cette université. Je suis si heureuse d'avoir eu la chance aujourd'hui de remercier tous les visages souriants qui m'ont aidée à travers mes études. The beauty of the Bishop's experience is that although we entered the arches of our lovely Harry Potter-esque campus from all different parts of the world and various walks of life, we were all welcomed into a community of unfaltering support. I can still remember how crazy it felt to be in first year and learn from amazing professors, and then the next day be chatting with them at the grocery store or at the swimming pool. And I have to say, although it is a bit awkward to see your calculus professor in a bathing suit, there is something so wonderful to be said about the small size of our university. In working with the same people year after year, we have developed the best of friendships and memories to last a lifetime. No student is lost in the masses at Bishop's, and our liberal education philosophy allows for just the right balance of space and support for students to find what it is they are passionate about and truly be themselves. Some of you are my best friends, many of you my tutors, and most of you my classmates. But even if you're simply a fellow Gator, who I will surely run into at an airport 15 years from now, we have spent some of the best years of our lives together, and I am extremely proud of how much we have grown. In amongst the crazy homecomings, the university-wide dance parties in the quad, the homemade Halloween costumes, and long winter nights spent hopping from the gate to Mully's to the Lion and back again, I am pleasantly surprised at the extent of what we have been able to accomplish academically. I can remember entering some of our first ever business courses together and sharing glances of utter confusion as we learned about SWOT analyses or business statistics, or how we spent hours upon hours ordering Domino's pizza to the library doing our math assignments. I contrast those sentiments to how I feel now, completely amazed as I witness all of you, my classmates, thrive in your given disciplines and pursue your passions with the utmost determinations. We are so fortunate to have studied at a university with such a caring and collaborative learning environment, where there was always, and I mean always, someone there ready to cheer us on and encourage us to try something new. Throughout the years, I have seen you gain the confidence to start your own businesses, manage campus clubs, win case competitions, and network your hearts out. In turn, we have created a community of enthusiastic self-starters, ready to take on any challenge with high spirits. Winston Churchill once said that success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. At Bishop's, the quality of education, paired with the supportive and genuine relationships we have built, have enabled us to see what others might take as failures and turn them into great successes. When I look back at a quintessential Bishop's experience, where we demonstrated this kind of enthusiasm and resiliency, I think of the multiple spring floods that have graced Lennoxville. I can't help but smile as we turn something so awful and miserable as a flood into something worth looking forward to. Whether that was paddling through the flooded streets with friends, or getting on national television water skiing, or even taking a quick selfie while firemen were actually evacuating your building. We saw the floods as an opportunity to see past the setbacks and have a little bit of fun. I can think of a million other instances where we as Gators have come together as a community to overcome misfortunes. As we set out to pursue further studies, travel the world, or land our dream jobs, I am certain that we will be faced with setbacks and that we will make brutal mistakes. But the positive attitude gained at Bishop's to make the best of any situation will enable us to continue moving forward with confidence that will set us apart from others. My favorite author as a child was always Roald Dahl, and in a recent moment of panic where I was so afraid of growing up, I turned to the pages of his children's books to find out what it is I needed to approach my future. He once wrote, "I began to realize how important it is to be an enthusiast in life. If you are interested in something, no matter what it is, go at it full speed, embrace it with both arms, hug it, love it, and become passionate about it. Lukewarm is no good." Luckily, we are graduating from Bishop's not only as well-rounded students, but as these complex individuals that have pursued our passions inside and outside of the classroom. Some say that studying in the bubble of a small school can be suffocating, and I do agree with that statement looking back at every time I was unable to find a plug in the library. But there is no denying the value in the diversity of the opportunities we have been granted. Even though we are leaving our lovely, beautiful second home, our Bishop's campus, and I know we're going to miss it like crazy, but the opportunities to come are endless. With alumni spread across the world, we can be assured that this caring and collaborative environment that we have grown to love extends well, well beyond the boundaries of college and Queen Street. I am tremendously proud of my classmates in the Williams School of Business. You have all proven to be kind and thoughtful and ambitious, and there's no one else with whom I would rather share class, have a drink at happy hour, or wave to while crossing the bridge in the morning. As we walk across this stage, I certainly know that the class of 2016, we will be able to tackle whatever comes our way, and that the enthusiasm and confidence gained at Bishops will forever linger in our hearts. Thank you.
So this is the part of our ceremony where we recognize the highest achievements of our graduating students. The Webster Prize is given to the student who best combines high academic standards in a multidisciplinary program with substantial participation in extracurricular activities. It will be presented by Michel Marlot, member of our Board of Governors, and this year it is awarded to Gabrielle Patnaud. The Golden Mitre Awards are given in recognition of outstanding service to the student body. The recipients were elected to the Golden Mitre Honor Society by the graduating class. The awards will be presented by Mr. James Sweeney, a member of our Board of Governors, and this year's three inductees are Julia Hayes, Emily McGowan, and Gabrielle Patnaud. The Jeff Cannon Memorial Award was established in the memory of former student Jeff Cannon. This prize recognizes a graduating student who has contributed significantly to campus life, has shown strong ambition, and has earned the admiration of his or her classmates. It will be presented by Dr. Lourdes Zubieta of the Williams School of Business, and the award this year goes to James Andrews. Mr. Chancellor, Dr. Sophie Brochu, members of the class of 2016, members of Convocation, families, and friends. Every year for 173 years, Bishops has celebrated this special day in the life of our university. The central role of the Chancellor, the academic dress, the Latin citations, and the other formalities of the Convocation proceedings remind us that the idea of the university as a community of learning dates back to the Middle Ages and has endured through the centuries. Like all great institutions, Bishops has evolved over the decades as each generation has been charged with ensuring that the university meets the needs of its time. We can all take pride in knowing that although much has changed, Bishops continues to pursue its core mission of offering a sound and liberal education to undergraduate students. We remain focused on being an institution of choice for outstanding young people seeking academic excellence and a rich undergraduate experience. We strive to be a university that instills confidence, courage, and a sense of responsibility in its students, to be a place that nurtures personal and intellectual freedom and fosters enduring friendships. We are proud that our graduating students consistently tell us that we have delivered on the promises that we made to them when they chose to come to Bishops. Over the past few months, several external assessments confirmed that our students value highly their experiences at Bishops. In the 2016 Maclean's rankings, our students placed Bishops first in Canada amongst the primarily undergraduate universities for student satisfaction, for the quality of our professors, and for our residents living. Huffington Post ranked us first for extracurricular activities and first for sports and recreation. And both the Huffington Post and University Hub ranked us first for preparing future entrepreneurs. And the National Survey of Student Engagement placed Bishops in the top 10% of 3,000 universities across North America for our supportive environment, the quality of our student-faculty interaction, the collaborative learning that goes on here, and the high order of learning that we provide. So we've had a pretty good year. Now, much of Bishops endures over time. Our heritage buildings, our bucolic campus, and most importantly, our focus on liberal education for undergraduates. But it is also true that every generation of students reinvents the university. And the class of 2016 has contributed to Bishops being an intellectually vibrant, ambitious, and caring community. J'étais vivement impressionné par les efforts de nos finissants afin que les valeurs fondatrices de notre université soient transmises à la prochaine génération d'étudiants qui, à leur tour, sauront les adapter et les transmettre. Ils ont démontré aux étudiants qui les suivent que les valeurs fondamentales, qui sont la curiosité, la rigueur, le respect d'autrui, l'intégrité et l'engagement, sont des valeurs sûres, et ce faisant, ils ont marqué de façon positive leur université. Et grâce à nos étudiants et toute notre communauté universitaire, je peux dire que Bishops a eu une année exceptionnelle. It was a year in which world events were felt intensely on our campus. Early in November, Edward Snowden delivered a Donald lecture from Moscow. Although he visited us obviously only virtually, his moral courage, commitment, and intelligence were evident to the standing room only audiences here in Centennial, in Bandine Hall, and to the 500 Bishops alumni who watched his conference online. No matter what any of us may think about the legality or the morality of his actions, he did force us to think about the implications of the massive amount of data that governments are gathering about their citizens. 10 days after Snowden's talk, the terrorist attacks occurred in Paris. The attacks happened on a Friday night, and when Fiona and I got up on Saturday morning, we decided to reach out to the French students on our campus. We sent an email to 5 students inviting them for dinner and encouraging them to share the invitation with their French friends. Now, most of my friends would know that I'm not a great fan of social media, but it certainly did its job that day. 60 students came to dinner that night. It was a very special evening of solidarity and camaraderie. And then a few days later, the French police found 3 of the terrorists in an apartment in Paris. And I was left wondering if the police had located the terrorists by using some of the information gathering techniques that Edward Snowden had condemned. So one of the great challenges that our graduates will face is to determine how to reconcile privacy and security. You will need to consider the differences between privacy and anonymity, and consider the risks and benefits of both. The world is a complex place, and it is important that we confront questions such as these. And the Donald Lecture Series helped us to do that. Edward Snowden was followed by Naomi Klein, who delivered a very powerful lecture soon after returning from the climate change conference in Paris. And Omar Khadr's lawyer, Dennis Edney, talked to us about what had motivated him to represent Mr. Khadr. Mr. Edney spoke about the physical and emotional brutality that Mr. Khadr faced at Guantanamo, and he also spoke movingly about his faith and gratitude to the Canadian judicial system. Now, another way in which the world impacted bishops this year was the Syrian refugee crisis. Every year, bishops and Champlain Regional College sponsor 2 refugee students. The university waives tuition for the first year and provides a room and residence. Our food service provider, Sodexo, provides a free meal plan, and a committee of volunteers engages in fundraising to support the students. In face of the crisis in Syria, the university community came together last fall and decided to sponsor an additional refugee. Ahmad joined us in January, and he's just completed his first semester studying computer science. We are very, very proud to have him as a member of our community. The world not only came to bishops this year, we went out to engage with it. A group of our students attended the Model United Nations in New York. Our delegation representing the United Arab Emirates, not the easiest country to represent, particularly on gender equality issues, but nonetheless our students did it. And they won an Outstanding Delegation Award, and in fact 2 of our students were recognized as outstanding delegates at the Model UN. And Stephanie Taveras, who will graduate tomorrow afternoon, is about to embark on an extraordinary journey of discovery as she aims to set a world record by visiting every country on earth over the next 3 years. How's that for Bishop's ambition? Now, each of us will have our own stories about what made this year unique. Let me share three of mine with you. So the first occurred during orientation week. There's a tradition that all of our students know, obviously, that the new students congregate late one night in front of the house on Harold Drive to wake the principal and sing the school song. I try to think of something original to say or do each year, and this year I had what I thought was a brilliant idea. I filled my mug with beer so that I could raise it when the students sing the line, "Raise your beer mugs and your little brown jugs to Bishop's University." So there were about 400 students gathered on the lawn that night, and the students were in great voice, and I raised my mug at the appropriate time. And after they finished singing, everyone quieted down, and I was about to say a few words. And then from the back of the crowd, I start to hear, "Chug." Chug, chug, and it's... So, in that instant, I realized I'm facing one of the great character tests of my tenure as principal of bishops. I realized that I could either resist the exhortations of the crowd, remain true to my message about the responsible consumption of alcohol, and look like a nerd, or I could ignore my own admonition and down the beer. So my choice was basically nerd or hypocrite. I chugged the beer. Well, just goes to show you that maturity and good judgment do not necessarily come with age. And there are still life lessons to be learned when you're 63 years of age. My second memorable moment of the year occurred just a few weeks later. Once every 2 years, our football team travels down to the Maritimes for a game. Now, this has traditionally required the team to leave by bus on Thursday, return overnight on Saturday, arriving back on the campus Sunday morning, having spent more than 24 hours on the bus. But this year, with the help of some donors, we decided to charter a plane. It didn't actually cost us much more because we were able to leave on Friday, so we saved on hotel and food costs, and we also sold some tickets on the plane to some very generous alumni who came along for the ride. So we played a very hard-fought game against St. Mary's in Halifax, and we came from behind in the dying minutes of the second half for the win, which was great. And before getting on the plane, we stopped in Halifax for dinner, and I found myself at a table with 3 of the players from the team. One of them, Mathieu Demers, was the quarterback. Mathieu came to Bishops. This has been his first year from the Cégep de Limoilou in Quebec City. And Bishops was his first experience studying in English. Trevon Millings, who was at the table, is from Montreal. He'd studied at Champlain. And at one point, Mathieu, the quarterback, says to me, "You know, Principal, that was the first touchdown pass I've ever thrown in university football." And then Trevon says, "You know what, that was the first touchdown pass I've ever caught in university football." And then they both said, "You know, that was the first game we've ever won in university football." So we were all smiling, we kind of, glorying in the moment. And then they brought tears to my eyes. They both said that they'd never been on an airplane before, and that this had been the best weekend of their lives. And in that moment, I thought they captured the best of Bishops. I was so pleased that our university, with the guidance of our staff and the help of our donors, were able to offer such an important life experience to these 2 young students. Now, Mathieu and Trevon may never go on to be professional football players, but I'm confident that we've helped them on their way to being confident, productive, and engaged citizens. Like my first story, my final story also entailed a potential for hypocrisy, but has a slightly happier ending. One of the messages I give to all our new students during the first week on campus is that they shouldn't be afraid to try new things while they're here at Bishops. They should not let their insecurities impede them from doing things that take them out of their comfort zones. Some of you may remember my saying that. Now, that all made good sense to me whenever I've said it, at least until Fanny Godet, the director of the University Singers, asked me if I would sing a solo line in the spring concert. I desperately wanted to say no, but I knew it would be really hypocritical to refuse. And she only asked me to sing one line. So it was a line from Pharrell Williams' song, "Be Happy." And she was nice enough to offer me a private rehearsal, which we did in the basement of Bandine. And I was dreadful. In fact, at one point, Fanny, she stopped. She said, "Principal, you should stop coming in on the downbeat." I nodded knowingly. I had no idea what she was talking about. And then the night before the concert, I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't remember my one line. So on the Friday, Fanny arranged for an extra rehearsal on the afternoon of the concert. And I could tell, how you can tell, she was obviously pretty worried that I was going to screw this up really badly. Anyway, somehow we got through it. And now I think I want to be a member of the University Singers. I'm going to talk a little bit about some other things that happened this year. We continue to pursue a strategic alliance that we've created with Acadia, Mount Allison, and St. Francis Xavier universities, as we attempt to extend our four institutions' common objectives of providing students from across Canada and the world with the highest quality undergraduate education in a residential setting. We hosted our fourth annual U4 weekend with delegations from the three sister universities. The debating competition involved 8 teams from the 4 universities. And you know what? The 2 teams in the final were both from Bishops. So you can probably figure, I probably shouldn't boast about this stuff, but you can probably figure out which university won the debating competition. Well merited. We included also a very successful business case competition that a number of the students today who are graduating participated in. So it was a year of achievement, but also a year of reflection. Across North America, post-secondary institutions have been increasingly focused on finding ways to support students' diverse needs, specifically addressing issues related to mental health, sexual safety, and gender equity. We've been working closely with our student government to educate our campus community on these topics and to improve the way that we support our students. We were one of 6 universities to participate in an innovative national initiative to encourage conversations on the hazardous relationship between young women and binge drinking. And in March, we joined 15 universities, 18 student associations representing 185,000 students in launching a provincial campaign aimed at student awareness about sexual harassment, violence, and consent. And recently, we received a generous donation from one of our alumni, which has allowed us to create a new student internship position dedicated to sexual health and safety and gender equality. We held our annual Mental Health and Wellness Week and continued our efforts to decrease the stigma related to mental illness and to raise awareness about how to facilitate mental health. So the campus has been busy, but our community has also been very active beyond the Bishop's bubble. Our BEST program has enabled a new group of students to pursue their diverse and ambitious dreams, presenting research at the Canadian Chemistry Conference in Halifax, participating in an internship at l'Institut National du Sport du Québec, volunteering with a Child Rights Initiative in Jamaica, studying Jane Austen at King's College in London, and many more. And throughout this, we have continued to pursue our $30 million campaign, the first in more than a decade, which will help preserve the bishops that we love. Its small classes, its residential character, the access to professors, and the other life-changing experiences that make it special. Now, as you know, Quebec universities are facing major financial challenges. We are a public university, and our finances are in large measure dependent on government funding. But private philanthropy has always been and will continue to be a key factor in Bishop's capacity to achieve its high ambitions. And the good news is that we're well on the way to being successful with our $30 million campaign. And one of the key factors in the success of the campaign was the first gift that we received. Wally Denver of the class of 1961 is the person who got the campaign started by making a very generous donation, this is now 4 years ago, to our sports center. So Wally's here actually today to celebrate his niece Bianca's graduation. And I know he's not going to be happy with me, but I just would like to ask Wally to stand so we can say thank you to him. Wally, are you here? There he is. You know, we still refer to Abbott, Munster, and Keener residences as Newside, right? They were actually built more than 50 years ago, and they need to be updated. And last August, with the support of the capital campaign, we undertook the renovation of Abbott. And I'm pleased to report that the project was completed on time and on budget. And in fact, if you see some very large men wandering around the campus, those are the Alouettes, and they're staying in Abbott, and apparently they're very pleased with it. So we're very happy about the success of that undertaking. Another major objective of our campaign will be to renovate the John Bassett Memorial Library. La bibliothèque est toujours la pierre angulaire de notre université, là où on peut trouver des renseignements et partager les idées. À une époque où l'acquisition des connaissances se fait à une vitesse sans précédent, nous devrons adapter la bibliothèque aux réalités du XXe siècle. Nous imaginons de nouveaux espaces et de nouvelles technologies qui aideront nos étudiants à accéder à l'information et à collaborer ensemble. Nous imaginons un corps professoral capable de poursuivre ses recherches et d'en diffuser les résultats efficacement. Nous imaginons enfin un lieu qui sera le cœur spirituel de notre campus. We are enormously grateful to the class of 2016 for joining with students from other classes in donating $1 million to this project. One of the most powerful messages of this gift is that our students have wanted to support future generations of Bishop students. In current parlance, they have chosen to pay it forward. They won't be here to benefit from the renovated library, but they have felt indebted to the alumni who have supported them, and they, in their turn, wish to do the same for the students who will follow them. So we are enormously grateful to them. Individually and collectively, the class of 2016 consistently responded to the needs of people less fortunate than themselves, here in Sherbrooke and around the world, whether it was cystic fibrosis, ALS, or disadvantaged children. Our students have consistently given of their time, their energy, and their resources to help each other. Our students are concerned about making the world a better place. So we owe a great debt of gratitude to the class of 2016 for how they have cared for each other and how they have cared for this institution and the world. And now I would like to ask the class of 2016 to rise together so that we can express our gratitude to them, not for what they have achieved individually, but for what they have contributed collectively to bishops. Please stand. You can sit down. Thank you. You know, as I look at all of you, I am reminded, as Gabby said, that it was late on a September night only a few years ago that many of you stood together on the lawn in front of the principal's residence, singing at the top of your lungs that you were conditioned to your fate, you would never graduate, and that you would stay here forevermore. Well, fortunately, you were wrong about never graduating, but I suspect that you were right when you sang the line, "College days will linger ever in our hearts." You will certainly linger in ours. Vous avez fait honneur à votre université, à vos familles et surtout à vous-même. C'est donc avec une grande fierté, mêlée d'un peu de tristesse, que nous vous disons au revoir. You have done your university, your families, and yourselves proud. It is with a bittersweet feeling that we bid you adieu. We do so, however, with confidence that you leave here ready and determined to choose your own paths, to further the boundaries of knowledge, to care for our planet, and to do your part in the never-ending quest to advance peace, justice, equality, and prosperity in the world. Nous suivrons vos réalisations avec grand intérêt. It will be exciting to watch you. Congratulations for all you have achieved. Thank you for all you have contributed. So celebrate this weekend. I know you're good at that. And then go out and use the knowledge and skills you've acquired at Bishop's to make the better world you believe in. Congratulations.
now declare this convocation of Bishops University to be closed. I invite everyone to a reception in the lobby of the Centennial Theatre immediately following the singing of the national anthem. Would everyone remain in place after the anthem? I'd like everybody to remain in place until the academic procession and the graduating students have exited the hall. So please rise for the singing of the national anthem.